And the next way to make your first 100,000 online is with YouTube. You know, for all of you watching this, I'd say only 10% of you have the it factor needed to be successful on YouTube. But even just the 10% watching, you know, let's say this video gets 500,000 views, that's still 50,000 people who can start YouTube channels and go on to make their first 100K online with it. So for those of you that have the ability, attention really is the new currency. I can't tell you just how life-changing creating a YouTube channel is, and it's not too late either. You know, you can make great money on YouTube. I personally make between $80,000 to $100,000 a month from AdSense. And I've also been offered between $100,000 to $120,000 a month in sponsorships by an agency that represents the top talent in this niche. So you'll notice I'm probably the only person in this space above 500,000 subscribers that talks about business, finance, that doesn't do sponsorships. And that's because I like my freedom to be able to speak about, you know, how scam, how climate change is all a hoax to control people even further, tax them even further on just their day-to-day living. I like the fact that I could talk about that stuff on my YouTube channel. So for me, I literally turn down $1.2 to $1.5 million a year, and that's at the current rate, and we're growing super quickly. So that will probably be $2 or $3 million. And I mean, look, who knows? If I can still talk about that stuff and still get great sponsors that I believe in, then who knows? Maybe in the future I will. So between AdSense and, you know, sponsorships, if I wanted to take it, I could be making $2.5 million a year just from YouTube. Now, bear in mind, I am in the highest paying AdSense niche, so I get paid a lot of money for every single one of my videos. I honestly think that not everyone is cut out for YouTube, but it is a work in progress. I mean, I'm just gonna play a couple of clips right here from 2015 when I first started my YouTube channel.
Guys, I severely underestimate just how much time, effort, commitment goes into making YouTube videos.
I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that's disassociating yourself from negativity, negative people.
As you saw in today's video, I'm getting paid a good amount of money to run their branding.
So just remember, you won't be great to start with, but it's worth taking the first step. Now, the next way to make your first $100,000 online is by dropshipping. So dropshipping is finding products online and basically marketing them through Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok, whatever it may be, and then having a third party actually deliver the product. So that way you're basically just the middleman. So you make the margin and never have to deliver the product. Now that sounds amazing until you realize that the gross margins are so small, and then you're having to spend so much money on advertising that by the end, it's just not even worth it. And yeah, it's for that reason I've never been a fan of dropshipping in the past, because more people lose money from ads than they actually do succeed. But the reason now I'm mentioning it is because with free sources like TikTok, you can actually get free traffic. So that means it's costing you nothing from an advertising perspective. And then obviously you've got someone else to deliver the product. So, you know, your margins aren't the best, but still, even at 30% margins, 20% margins, it's still a very viable business model. Now, do bear in mind that finding a winning product is a lot of trial and error, just a lot of like banging your head against the wall and trying to find something that works. And then obviously once you find something that works, you actually have to get all the free traffic. So not everyone can succeed, not everyone can win in it, but I think it's definitely a very viable way to make your first $100,000 online. By the way, dropshipping was one of the 8 business models I talked about in that video where I go over the money making matrix. So as I mentioned earlier, I will leave a link to that video down below.